welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Joyce and today we'll be going over the games I played in February. Let me tell you how I'm gonna go about it. In February, I mainly played 13 games and I will be reviewing those. I will either recommend it or not recommend it, but I will not give them a rating. Also, the order in which I talk about them is mostly based on when I played the game, so the first game I will be talking about will be the one I played first, and so on. Now without further ado, let's get into the reviews. This game is still in early access as of writing this review, and it is noticeable in some areas, namely the co-op feature, which is pointed out by the devs when you start playing. I am very curious to see what Satisfactory will look like when it's fully finished. Right now, it's already in a good place, and from the little I've seen from it so far, I can tell there is a lot of depth there. The complexity of building certain factories can be quite overwhelming at times, which is not a bad thing, and just goes to show how well you have to think out your building plan. There is an engine to help you calculate what you need, but it's a bit overwhelming for me to properly use, so I've mostly done the math myself so far, which will probably change as I play more of this game. This is definitely not a game to relax to, in my opinion, as it really does require some brain power to properly build these factories. I do really like how constructing buildings works in this game. It's quite easy to grasp. The game also has clear goals to work towards. Also, there are many in-game shortcuts like copy-pasting factories, a search bar, and a simple calculator. In short, the game can be overwhelming at times, but it's great fun. RoboQuest is a masterful roguelike that feels good to play and has some amazing features. There are multiple robots you can play as, which you will unlock once you progress through the story. The storyline itself makes sense and has some nice humor in it. The regions are beautiful and easily distinguishable from each other and each have a wonderful soundtrack. The amount of secrets in this game is massive, and the game invites you to go out and find these secrets, to go collect data logs, gadgets, and crystals, all with their own purpose and or buff. The difficulty is not as fine-tuned as I first thought, since I was recommended to play on standard mode based on the tutorial, but got my ass kicked every time I tried to play on that difficulty, so I turned it down. Co-op in this game works wonderfully, and one of the best features they added is individual health, energy cell, and wrench pickup. Usually, I mostly play roguelike shooters only in co-op, but with RoboQuest I was drawn to the solo mode as well. Overall, it has been a blast to play RoboQuest both alone and together with my partner. Very creative game. At the time of writing this review, it is still in the playtesting phase and a lot of new things are still being added to the game, such as more blade customization and a story mode. Even in this limited creative mode environment, you can make such esoteric, out-of-this-world type blades. I see huge potential here and I'm looking forward to playing the story mode to see if that will be any good. I made some wacky blades during the playtest. If you are interested in this game, join Bladesong's Discord server where they announce when playtests will be open. You can find the link on their store page on Steam. Awesome roguelike deck builder with a compelling story and interesting power-ups and perks. I love the choices you have regarding team builds and the type of ship you use. Unlocking new characters through playing with different team builds is something I can really appreciate, and it ensures you play with each character at least once. Each character really changes how you play the game, which gives the game a lot of variety, and the storyline itself is quite interesting but long to complete. I haven't completed it yet myself, but I'm currently working on that. You unlock one memory after every successful run, and every character has 3 memories to be unlocked. With 6 characters available, this means it'll take a total of 18 successful runs to get all the lore. It's a quite difficult deck builder, but very fun. My opinion on this game is the same as for previous releases in this Hidden Object series. Beautiful art, very fun to play, very relaxing, and also very funny to see the name of every cat once the achievement pops. I like that there's a hint button in this game. Keep it up, I'm looking forward to playing more of these once they come out, and I recommend these games to people who just want to sit down and relax and find some cute cats. Now, later this month, I played 100 RoboCats and 100 Dino Cats, but we're not going to talk about those in this video. You can check out my video about 100 cozy games, which I will talk about them in a lot more depth. The amount of content Risk of Rain 2 has is insane. I really like the diversity in characters and how different each one feels. Each has their own skill sets that provide unique gaming experiences. Next to that, there are so many items that I still haven't seen quite a few of them after 14.5 hours of playtime. The different items complement different characters, which ensures you actually have to pay attention to your build. The visuals in this game are stunning and the different maps feel distinct from one another. I have mostly played multiplayer up to this point and it works quite well. I could experience the DLC content in multiplayer a little bit since my partner has it, and I'm definitely getting it in the future since it adds so much to the base game. I would recommend to get some quality of life mods to optimize the gaming experience though. I am very new to the Risk of Rain franchise, but I'm already falling in love with it. The atmosphere and Inside immersed me fully into the game. Even though there is no talking in Inside, apart from some yelling, the story was told very well. The use of silent and visual storytelling is implemented beautifully, and the sounds that are used, like footsteps, really add to the immersion. My favorite part about Inside weren't the puzzles, but rather the environment and background scenes as I walked past them. Some puzzles are a bit vague, and to get the alternate ending you have to solve a very BS puzzle, so please look up the answer online if you want to get this ending, which can break the immersion a little bit, but the story is worth it and there are many good guides which can help you get through the confusing parts. This story with its creepy vibes is something I feel like people definitely should experience once in their lives. The puzzles were so-so. Most of them were just clicking the right buttons rather than an actual puzzle. The movement feels wonky. When I tried to move some handles, half of the time they moved halfway over and then went right back in their original position, which was quite frustrating. The story itself started out great with an amazing science concept about discovering another element, null, but around chapter 4 it became too vague and more so focused on other aspects than science for me to understand. The vibes are there, the concept is there, the execution is just not great. It's a good time killer and not entirely bad, especially if you're new to puzzle games, but I'm glad I bought it on sale and not full price. This is a short and charming game, reminiscent of older arcade-type platformers and older Mario platformers, while still having its own identity. There's 5 levels which each add something new and keep things from becoming too repetitive. The main goal is to collect all carrots in each level by using your focus ability to reveal the carrots. You won't be able to progress to the next level unless you've found all the carrots. There are very few checkpoints, but in a short game like this, I don't think it's necessary to have many. It took me about an hour to finish this game, so don't mind Steam's messed up playtime. Very fun. The soundtracks and visuals are nice, and I would definitely recommend this game. I cannot recommend this game in its current state. I've experienced multiple crashes and the game is very poorly optimized. Next to that, there are too many cutscenes, which makes the end of the game results take ages to be finished. Friendly fire kills you in 1 or 2 hits and is ruthless, even with just a regular gun. The tutorial failed to prepare me for how actual missions work, and we could not figure out how to complete certain mission types at first. The missions itself are fun and I do enjoy playing those, but with all the issues this game has, it's just not as enjoyable as it could be. The one thing with the missions is that they are not very well balanced. There is a way to gain a lot of XP and medals very quickly that is not intended by the developers, and I expect this to be patched eventually. The robot missions as a whole are a lot more difficult than the bug missions, and if you're not playing with 4 people, you're also going to be at a disadvantage because the enemies do not scale. Also, there are little to none accessibility settings, and I haven't even mentioned they use an anti-cheat engine that has privacy leaking issues in the past. I really do hope they fix some of these issues in the near future, and if they do, I will review Helldivers 2 again. Cyberhook is a platformer with a hook and a gun that you shoot blocks with to free your path. The movement feels very smooth. The grappling hook can latch onto most surfaces and has a limited range, so timing and precision are very important. At the end of each level, you get a ranking from 1 to 3 crystals depending on how fast you were. These crystals are needed to unlock new levels and progress the actual plotline, because surprisingly it does have one, although not very important to the overall game, yet quite cute. In short, you are collecting the crystals for a cute robot to escape the world of Cyberhook, but you have to stay away from them. This ominous villain is the one who places the blocks and green eyes in the levels. If you're into speedrunning, this is the game for you, since it has a whole speedrunning tab in the options and a leaderboard for every level. This game is very fun, it has nice music and simple yet effective movement tech. Alright, that's all 13 games I played in February. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to support me, like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Stay safe and have a wonderful rest of your day.